Artificial selection, also known as selective breeding, is a nice way of saying that humans have guided the evolution of other animals until they become mutants. To this date, science doesn't really know what causes some of these extreme mutations. Some of these changes are functional, and some of them are downright monstrous. Number 1. Bubble-eye goldfish. The goldfish has also experienced a long relationship with humanity. This species has always been bred specifically for ornamentation, leading to an incredible array of strange shapes and sizes. The strangest by far is the bubble-eye goldfish. Not only does this fish grow enormous fluid-filled sacs under its eyes, which can and do pop and deflate, this fish has malformed, upward-turned eyes, a severely curved spine, and no dorsal fin at all. Other varieties of goldfish grow deformed scales, no scales, large fleshy protrusions on their heads, and maybe weirdest, 2 tails. Number 2. Featherless chicken. This extreme bored fellow was created by scientists at the Rehovot Agronomy Institute in the early 2000s. Why would you want a featherless chicken, you ask? Well, the idea was to create a type of poultry that would have an even better chance of surviving in hotter countries. Not only would these chickens survive in warm conditions, but they would grow faster. This chicken was created by crossing breed with a naturally bare neck with a regular broiler chicken. Well, though it was an interesting idea, it was soon discovered to be useless. It might have made them cooler, but it also made them more prone to parasites, mosquitoes, and even sunburn. What's more, they couldn't flap their wings, which led to mating issues and less reproduction. The only positive thing about these chickens is that you won't be finding a feather in your meal anytime sooner. Number 3. Poitou donkeys. This unwashed ass is a Poitou donkey. The breed is from France, and even without the mass of ropey grime locks that passes for a coat, they're some of the world's largest donkeys. The gloopy, sludgy fur has been a part of their physical makeup since the early 1700s, and the donkey itself is highly prized for its hard-working nature, which is understandable. What you lack in looks, you've got to make up for in other ways. In 1977, a survey found that there were only a few Poitus left on Earth, so concerned donkey lovers rallied to bring the breed back from the verge of extinction by creating a stud book so that breeding liaisons could be arranged. In essence, a little black book for donkey one-night stands. Thanks to pre-arranged dreadlock donkey fuck sessions, today there are around 1,000 of these piñata-accurate suckers around. Number 4. Budapest pigeons. Pigeons are prominent in most major cities around the world, but there's one pigeon in particular who's much different than the rest of the species. It's called the Budapest pigeon, and you just have to see it to believe it. When you first glance at its large eyes, it almost looks like the bird is part alien. The enormous sockets stare in bewilderment everywhere they roam. These pigeons truly have one of the most unique faces in the animal kingdom. So where exactly did this bizarre breed of bird come from? Around 1907, the breed was developed by the Poltel brothers of Budapest, Hungary, which is why they're sometimes referred to as Poltel pigeons. The brothers were bird breeders who wanted to develop highly efficient flyers so they could enter them into high-endurance flying races. In order to create such a fascinating breed, the Poltel brothers crossed Vienna MF tumblers, Zegedin tumblers, and also the Danzig high flyer. The result was a bird who could stay in the air for hours on end. Just to give you an idea of how popular bird racing is in Hungary, there are more than 2,000 registered fanciers. Many of them have their own preferred species, but there's really no other breed that stands out as much as the Budapest pigeon. Number 5. Chinese crested dogs. The Chinese crested dog is a hairless breed of dog. Like most hairless dog breeds, the Chinese crested dog comes in 2 varieties, with and without fur, which are born in the same litter, the powder puff and the hairless. Although most of the Chinese crested look beautiful and elegant, there are few which suffer from permanently ugly duckling syndrome. Hairless Chinese crested dogs have a lot of exposed skin, which means they're prone to many of the same issues humans are. They can get acne, rashes, and yes, sunburns. Because they're so bare, Chinese cresteds need to layer up in colder temperatures. Just be careful about what fabrics you use to clothe your pooch. Many cresteds are allergic to wool and lanolin. In general, itchy fabrics can lead to irritation or rashes. They have won the world's ugliest dog contest more than any other breed. The most famous winning crested is a blind dog named Sam, who won the contest 3 years in a row. Number 6. Guinea pig variants. Just because it's not fluffy doesn't mean it can't be adorable. The skinny pig is changing up the world of guinea pigs. These skinny piggies may have an unusual look about them, but they make great pets and are gaining in popularity. These nearly hairless creatures may look prehistoric, but in fact are the newest breed of guinea pig. The skinny pig was developed in 1978 by scientists who were conducting dermatology studies. They crossbred a haired guinea pig with one of their hairless lab strains due to a spontaneous genetic mutation to create a brand new breed perfect for their studies. Some breeders have gone in the exact opposite direction, encouraging hair growth over subsequent generations, until they wind up with something like the Texel guinea pig, which looks like a wig holder in Sarah Jessica Parker's dressing room. They also have a strain called the Peruvian Satin, whose silky luxuriance is matched only by its complete inability to run away from anything without tripping over its own fur. There's also the Silky, whose coat grows so quickly that you have to shear it as if it were a freaking sheep, lest it consume your house like a tribble invasion. Number 7. Gibber Italicus canaries. Again, someone did this on purpose. Like the domesticated pigeon, canaries have been selectively bred for a few hundred years, and in that time, breeders have taken a fairly nondescript bird with a nice singing voice and created hundreds of varieties. Breeders can control everything from skeletal formation, feather number and hardness, very hard feathers like those on the pictured bird, to very soft fluffy feathers, to the length and style of the bird's song. Breeders even managed to create a fertile hybrid between the canary and the red siskin, introducing red feather coloration into the species. The intensive breeding isn't without cost, as birds can suffer painful, deadly ingrown feathers and can display high susceptibility to infection and injury. Number 8. Maishan pigs. Taihu pigs come from China, more specifically Lake Taihu, located among the Yangtze River Delta's lower branches. One notable strain is the Maishan, which has been gaining some serious traction from pig fanciers. The pigs reach sexual maturity 2.5 to 3 months after birth, have a long reproductive lifespan, and a large litter size, up to 16 piglets, which all combines to make the Maishan among the most prolific sex pigs in existence. Just try to keep it in your pants, lady pigs. This rapid-fire reproductive rate is the main reason the pigs were imported, as farmers salivated at the prospect of swine that multiply like rabbits. However, it didn't pan out because the Maishan stubbornly produce excessive amounts of body fat. Even by American standards, the meat is too fatty, and most people prefer much leaner cuts. Although, hell, slap one between 2 Krispy Kreme donuts and we'll be interested. Number 9. Damascene goats. If you thought that beauty pageants are reserved for people only, you might be surprised to find out that there are beauty contests for camels, badgers, cats, and even goats. A Damascene goat just so happened to win the title of Most Beautiful Goat at a competition in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That's a real thing, and this is a real beauty contest winner. Known for their impressive milk production, kid-producing prowess, 3 to 4 per birth, and tasty meat, the Damascus goat, alternatively known as the Shami, Aleppo, Halep, Baladi, or Damascene, is also beloved by breeders throughout the Middle East for its unique appearance. Obviously, it wasn't nature who decided that looking like a hair-lipped sock puppet was the way to go. Humans and their selective tinkering can take full credit for this masterpiece. Sure, it can't be easy to eat with a wadded-up baseball mitt for a face, but how can one condemn a little harmful genetic manipulation when the end product is something so breathtakingly magnificent? Number 10. Werewolf cats. It was the 1941 Universal film The Wolfman that the modern idea of a man turning into a wolf under a full moon began to enter public imagination in full force. Now it seems there is a new breed of cat that closely resembles the werewolf. Likoi, which comes from the Greek word for wolf, are a fairly recent breed of cat that first appeared in 2010. In 2004, Russian breeder Elena Veselidovna Burjukova attempted a cross that involved the bald Donskoi and the Scottish fold. This created a new breed that incorporated the hairless trait of the Donskoi with the unique folded ear trait of the Scottish Fold. The breed boasts a long and proportioned build, with long nimble legs, a narrow tail, a wedge-shaped head, large overturned ears, oblique eyes, and hairless wrinkled skin. The cat might be lacking in hair, but it is covered in a velvet-like down that provides a degree of protection. Fortunately, these cats don't appear to suffer any adverse health effects so far. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.